What is up, guys? Welcome to the RAW review. So, we had a fine, there were like a couple of, decent stuff. The thing is, even within the good segment, there's always something that brings it back down. So, it was a fine episode of RAW. I think we should start off with the most exciting thing that happened on the show, and that is the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns segment. It was a contract signing. I love a good contract signing, but there was a lot of shit talking here. Seth just, he was there, he signed, and he's leaving. Somebody's revving their car. So he leaves, and then Roman is like, "Why are you leaving? Like stay." And then he start shit talking him. What are you planning? Like, you're gonna beat me for the title, and then you're gonna get injured again. And it's like, ooh, okay, like they're going in there. He talks about how Seth always gets injured every time he is supposed to be the guy. He says that even when he's like, when Triple H is in charge, and he calls him Triple H's boy, which is ironic because they're both his boys. So it's not really the drag that he thinks it is, but also he is perceived that way. Triple H is perceived as Seth Rollins' guy, the guy who pushes Seth. So I definitely get that, and I think it's really funny though. So after a couple more minutes of the shit taken by Roman, Seth loses it and he beats the bejesus out of Roman Reigns, and then he also talks his shit after that. And that was the segment. It was great. Hopefully we build more towards it. I don't know, maybe I'm expecting way too much, but yeah, we got that. It was definitely the highlight. We also got Oba and Brock, and there was like a lot of security. So that happened. I feel like with Brock and Oba, I'm looking more forward to the match than anything that they're gonna do in that ring, because I do not care about that, because I just don't care. I feel like the only thing I want to see them do is brawl, and if they're not brawling, then I don't really care. We also set up the SummerSlam tag match. It's gonna be Solo, Royce Keys, and LA Knight going against the Usos and Jericho Fatu. I really liked LA Knight's promo, especially the part where he called Jay an unfortunate event instead of the main event. That was really fun. And yeah, hopefully this leads him to something better. I don't know if it will. Hopefully it does. We also got a Bailey and Lyra in a really fun segment. I feel like it's this or the Roman Seth segment for me, but I feel like because how long that segment was, with Roman and Seth, and because it's the big stars, they're gonna be in the main event, so I'm gonna put that on top. But this segment was really good, probably the best women's segment in a long time. I really enjoyed. Lyra has improved so much. Like, if you told me this is the Lyra that had no personality in the feud with Becky in 2025, I would tell you are insane. You are a liar. But you wouldn't be a liar, because she is incredible. Like, she excels so much in this thing that she's doing, and I really hope it leads somewhere. Hopefully, like, I don't know who beats Liv, but I would not be mad if somehow it's Lyra who, I don't know, maybe she wins the Money in the Bank or something, but like, I feel like she could be a great champion, like with what she's doing right now. And then we had the match with Roxanne and Iyo, a banger of a match. I really enjoyed that match. These two always have great chemistry, so I was bound to enjoy whatever they do. And Liv came in after the match and they beat up Iyo. I really like how much Liv and Iyo do not care. Like, they beat the shit out of each other, and it's always great. I really hope they get a different producer compared to what whatever they want to call that match that happened at Night of Champions. So they actually have a great match. It's gonna be hard hitting. It's gonna be great. But the last thing we're gonna talk about, the West segment probably of the year. I don't know. No. That's too much. Like the worst segment of the month so far is whatever that was supposed to be with the Vision and Otis and Tozawa. It just came off as so lame. Like, what the hell is Braun Breaker doing? This guy was supposed to be world heavyweight champion. We saw him as a potential WrestleMania main eventer. Like, if you tell me now, I don't see him as main eventing anything. I don't even see him as main event. Like, currently, I don't even see him as main eventing a Saturday night's main event. Like, that is how much he's fallen. And like, obviously, we're people, right? We love drama. We're always gonna be into whatever this Maxine and Theory are, because it's romance. It's a love story of sorts. Even though it's the reheated nachos of Liv Dom, it's still entertaining to see. So we're always gonna be down for whatever that is. But as a segment, it just did not, like, it just came off cringe. Like, I did not like watching that. Like, if somebody came into the room and saw me watching that, I would be like, I don't know why I'm watching this, because it was so bad. But hopefully they somehow managed to do something. Also, it's crazy how, and I want to make a video about this, but I've seen a lot of people being like, this is Theory's last chance. They gave him chance after chance. And I want to say, that's the one thing that they haven't done, which I feel like it's going to be his saving grace. And it's turning him babyface, because that is something that he just feels like it would be natural for him. And I think I always hate it when people say, oh, they've tried everything with this person, but they never turned them face or heel. It's the same thing with Ricochet. Everybody was saying they tried everything with Ricochet, and then he goes to AEW and turn heel, and it's like a whole different person. Why didn't they try that? So that was whatever you want to call that show, whatever that episode of Raw you want to call it. It had some decent to great stuff, and then like the bad is worse than the good, honestly. So like the video, subscribe, and see you on Thursday for the Dynamite review.